Whatever you do, do not buy a boy goat or a buck. They will be nothing, and I mean nothing but problems. We really wanted to have a nice farm here that was peaceful, that was fun, but let me tell you what, bucks or boy goats are just a hassle. They have escaped probably about 5 or 6 times ever since we moved them over here to this new section. I've had to do a number of things to keep them in their pens. From extra terminal posts, I've had to weld the chain link to the top rail and the terminal and line posts. They still got out. I put the line on the bottom, the wire on the bottom, they still got out. So I added pulleys that tighten up that line and they still got out. So I attached couplers so we couple that line to the chain link. What do you know? They just broke those and still got out. We finally had a solution about a week and a half to 2 weeks ago. They were fine. They stopped getting out. The real big problem is that they're over here now and our girls are primarily on the other side of the chickens. Also, goats can't have chicken food. It'll kill them if they eat too much of it. So the problem was that the boy goats were hearing the girl goats and they were escaping under the fence to try and get over to the girl goats, eating chicken food, then getting in with the girl goats. Problem with getting in the girl goats, not only will they get pregnant, which is not a huge deal, but Sven's daughter is over there and we don't want him mating with his daughter because they just don't know and that would not be good. So they were fine though. They were fine in the individual pens. We decided we need to start getting them mated so that we can have kids and get, goat milk and everything. So I put Aurora in with Sven so we could have white and, black goats with moon spots. And I put Meriwether in with Solomon. So that way we could have that Nigora or Nigerian Angora goat feel. They pretty quickly got down to business, but they got so crazy just because there's girls there that they just went nuts. And they tore apart the fence in between those 2 smaller pens, just tore it apart. They ended up breaking the welds on the chain link in the middle so they could get underneath and then got a hole in there where the welds were so they could just pass through, walk through like nothing. Then they were just going underneath it because after I ended up fixing that hole, I thought, well, I could try and weld it again. I could put it together with another piece of chain link and I knew none of that was actually gonna work. So I just tried getting some like 300-pound nylon rope and just tying it together, at least for a temporary solution, and that seemed to work. Well, then they got under the fence again. So finally said after 2 days, enough is enough. We have pulled our hair out, done nothing but try and fix the fence because the goats are going crazy with having girl and boy goats together. We think the job got done, so we put the girl goats back. And now look, they're calm. They're eating pine cones. Hopefully, come May 20th-ish, we'll have some baby kids. Goats, baby goats. So I was gonna try and come on here with some magic solution to keep the boy goats in and to keep them from destroying their fence. But there isn't, other than keeping them wildly separated from the females. Because once they're with females, they just go insane for whatever reason. No amount of chain link, wire, welding, walls will keep them in because they can jump over stuff too. So I honestly, I don't know. Maybe next year we'll have to keep one couple over here and one couple over in their old pen, which is on separate areas or something like that. That's the only thing I can think of because otherwise I have no clue. I really don't anymore. It just begs the question of, is this worth it? And I think so, but I don't know. So my point of the video is know what you're getting into if you're planning on breeding goats because it can just go crazy when it's breeding time. Try and keep them as separated as possible and just be ready for them to escape. That's just gonna happen. Whether you like it or not, they will get out. But at the end of the day, the goal of our homestead here and the goal that we're trying to attain is to be as self-sufficient as possible. And really the goal of all of this is to not only have goat milk to give to us and to our kids and everything, but to be able to pay for the feed for the goats by selling extra kids to people in our community. So in the end, it should be a net plus because we're able to pay for feed with what we make on the goats, and then we're able to have milk that we can make into cheese, and I don't know if you can make goat butter, maybe, but that kind of thing, so we can be self-sufficient. And in combination with that, our garden, roosters to kill because we got too many. I think we're on our way. We're getting there slowly and making progress, but it is hard work sometimes. It is a lot of work. So don't underestimate the power of these guys and how frustrating they can be. And make sure you know what you're getting into, because holy cow, it's a lot easier to just go get a gallon of milk from the grocery store. So thanks guys for joining us. If you have any questions about bucks or anything, please let us know. We'd love to hear from you and love to help you guys out in your journey however possible. So thanks again guys, we appreciate it, and we'll see you next time.